learn how to do a Gmail correctly. It's probably the most used of all the Gmail apps ever created. One of the most important things about using Gmail is that it really is a way of being responsible. It's a way of communicating with teachers, assistant principals, principals, even other students in a way that the rest of the world communicates with. Once you get into adulthood, everyone emails. And in that emailing, you're going to be showing that you can be responsible for yourself. It's a great way to say if something happens in class, you can explain your end. If you're missing an assignment, you can ask a teacher, hey, where's that assignment? What can I do? And it's just a really great form of communication. And again, this connects all to being mature. As you get into high school, you're going to discover that so much information is being shared by teachers through email that really to not know how to use Gmail will really put you at a disadvantage when you get to high school. And really, let's just put the money where my mouth is. That those students who use Gmail on a regular basis to check in with teachers get better grades. It's just a fact. And if you're interested in better grades, and after all, who isn't, then Gmail is your secret strategy for getting those better grades. All right, let's see how we do this. There are 5 easy steps to doing a Gmail. I mean, obviously the first one is opening up Gmail. Next is clicking compose, then adding the recipients or the people who you're going to be sending the email to. You write out the email, and then when you are done, and only when you are done, do you add the subject line. We're going to be talking about that subject line in detail a little bit, so just wait. So here's my screen on my Chromebook. If I look right up here, I can see some information. And right there, yes, indeedy, is Gmail. I can also get to Gmail through the apps button or the waffle or the tic-tac-toe. Call it what you will. You can still get there. So now I'm in Gmail, and I'm going to sit there and just press this little button, compose. It's the big button. Press the big button. Now, once that happens, this window is going to pop up. And what you do here when it says to is you write the name of the person you want to do. If you are within the PVUSD network, student names and teacher names should automatically pop into this window as you write it. So let's say we want to send it to Mr. Donegan. If you start spelling out Donegan, that name will probably pop up. We'll show you how this happens in a live moment. Another thing you can do is there are a few buttons here, and the people button is to add another person to your email. We're going to be talking about that in a second, so don't worry. Next, after you have put in the recipients, people who you're going to send your email to, then you start talking, oh, looky here, here's our signature from a previous episode. I hope you've seen that episode so you can know how to do your own signature. Anyway, back to write it out. Write out your email. Put it here. Put it in information. A good strategy is always to have I would say address it to who you're writing to. So if I was writing it to Mr. Lopez, I would say, hello, Mr. Lopez, or dear Mr. Lopez, or greetings, Mr. Lopez, and then I would continue writing my email. It's just a nice way of kind of saying hi, but writing it out. And finally, what you want to do is then add the subject. And the subject is short. It's not a full sentence. You don't even have to write a complete sentence that makes a sense. If I was writing to, let's say, Mr. Lopez again, dear Mr. Lopez, I've been wondering about my grade. How am I doing? Is there anything I can do to get my grade better? I would write here maybe something like my grade or better grade or what can I do? I'm not going to write out in the subject, dear Mr. Lopez, how are you doing? Wow, blah, 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 blah. No, subject should be short. If you find yourself writing it and it goes past this line, wait. In fact, if you go past the middle, it's actually way too long. So subject should be short, and then in here is where all your information should be. In fact, I know there are some teachers that if you only write in subject and you leave this area blank, they won't respond to your email. So let's take it away. Let's get some live action. Let's see it happening. Email in action. So get ready. Hold on to your hats and buckle up your seatbelt. So we're going to click right here to Gmail. Now I could go into apps and look, there's Gmail. But luckily for us, Google puts Gmail right up here. So I'm going to click onto Gmail. I'm going to go over to Compose. Now, who am I going to write this to? Let's say Mr. Lopez. So all I have to do is put Lopez. There's a lot of Lopez's in this school. Luckily for me, I can just click on here and look, it says all this information I need to know. That's the correct Lopez. It is Mr. Lopez. He's my teacher. I'm going to click onto there. Now, oh look, it already populates. Hey, Lopez. So again, I'm adding an address to, not an address, but I'm adding a greeting, we could say. It's really a sign of maturity that when you do an email, you add a greeting. You just don't want to say, Lopez, or you just want to say, hey, where's my candy? You want to write out something that lets your reader know that you're talking to them. Hey, Lopez, how are you? I am wondering what is my grade in your class. Boom. There. Oh, look, I have a mistake. I can click it. It automatically fixes it for me. Oh, Google, you are my best friend. So now I have, hey, Lopez, how are you? I'm wondering what my grade. Notice down here, we have a signature already put in. You always want to write your email above the signature, and you can tell it's a signature because there are two little dots right there. So I have my greeting, I have my email, I have who I'm writing it to, and now I want to write the subject. I want to write the subject. The subject has to be short. I'm just going to put my grade, question mark. Short and sweet and to the point. A long, you would never write out your entire information up in here, blah, 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 blah. Again, that's not what the subject is for. The subject is a short piece of information that lets the reader know what the email will be about. And then you give the details down here about your email. I should also learn how to spell grade correctly. Oh, Google. Now, all I have to do is click down here and press send. That's it. I would be done. But let's spice things up a bit. What if I want to send it to another teacher? Well, let me click here, right here where it's having the cursor blink, and then I could maybe, oh look, let's send it to Gutierrez. All right. Oh look, all these other teachers, it automatically populates. So now right here, I have Mr. Lopez and Ms. Gutierrez, and I'm gonna send my email to them. Here we go, ready? Boom, it has been sent. Isn't that exciting? I mean, gosh, we live in an amazing age.